Life is not always smooth sailing, and in difficult moments we sometimes feel swept away by challenges that seem insurmountable. The pain, failure, or seemingly endless anxiety can make us lose patience and our sense of direction. However, there is a profound truth that Stoic philosophy wants to convey: everything happens for a reason. These challenges and difficulties are not random or meaningless. They are an essential part of the journey of growth and development for every individual. Stoicism, an ancient school of philosophy, has taught us that every fluctuation in life, whether joyful or sorrowful, carries valuable lessons. Stoic philosophy encourages us not to resist or avoid adversity, but instead to learn to accept and face it with steady reasoning and a peaceful soul. Living by Stoic principles does not mean ignoring emotions but mastering them, finding peace within ourselves no matter how the world around us changes. Stoic philosophy is not just advice but a way of life, helping us stand strong in the face of any difficulty, unshaken, always finding strength within our inner selves. The idea of impermanence and acceptance in Stoic philosophy is a fundamental principle that helps us realize that the world, with all that we know, is in a constant state of change. This applies not only to the external material world but also governs our inner world, emotions, and thoughts. An undeniable truth is that everything changes, sometimes dramatically, sometimes gently, but nothing is eternal. In this change, Stoic philosophy teaches us how to face it, how to accept it, and, more importantly, how to remain calm in the face of adversity. Life is inevitably filled with challenges and difficulties. Every time we encounter a setback, be it a loss, failure, or broken relationship, feelings of anxiety, unease, and the desire to resist such changes easily arise. However, Stoic philosophy does not encourage us to fight against these events. Rather, it invites us to view everything through a different lens. Instead of clinging to a static state that we desire, Stoicism teaches us to recognize that all things and phenomena have a natural cycle. The key is not to stop change but how we face and accept it. Marcus Aurelius, the famous Stoic emperor, wrote in his book *Meditations*, "Everything that happens is either endurable or not. If it's endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining." This quote is not just a statement but a powerful reminder of the impermanence of everything in life. If we can recognize that nothing is permanent, we will not feel confused or disappointed when facing loss or challenges. Instead, we will accept it, learn to adapt, and see each change as an opportunity to grow and mature. Change, though difficult, is an inevitable part of life, and if we learn to accept it, we will be able to maintain inner peace despite all challenges. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, is a living testament to the power of acceptance in overcoming hardship. Despite being born a slave, Epictetus rose above and lived a resilient and free life, not because he didn't face difficulties but because he accepted the things he could not change and kept his spirit strong in every circumstance. He never complained about his fate but always sought ways to control his emotions in the face of adversity. Epictetus's resilience came not from physical strength but from his ability to maintain calm in the mind, from the clear understanding that change is inevitable. Imagine one day you are walking in the park and suddenly a heavy rain starts. You weren't prepared, and discomfort begins to take over. You're soaking wet, cold, and your hurried steps can't shield you from the downpour. The feeling of helplessness and stress rises. But instead of shouting or complaining about your bad luck, you stay silent. You become aware of each gust of wind, each cold raindrop falling on your body, but you do not let them affect your emotions. You breathe deeply, feel your breathing, and realize that the rain is just a part of the impermanent flow of life. Instead of reacting with negative emotions, you choose to observe, accept, and continue walking because you understand that everything changes. The rain will pass, and you will learn to adjust yourself to live in harmony with every circumstance. This is the power Stoicism offers. This is why accepting impermanence is not resignation but an art of mastering emotions and thoughts. Acceptance does not mean giving up or surrendering to fate. It means understanding that life is a continuous chain of changes, and facing them calmly is the key to maintaining inner peace. This creates confidence and inner strength, helping us not to be defeated by external factors. So, how can we maintain calm in such difficult situations? The advice from Stoicism is to focus on what we can control and let go of what is beyond our reach. One of the things we can control is how we react to change. Change comes and goes, but how we face it will determine our attitude and emotions. When we accept that everything changes, we will no longer be swept away by negative emotions and, instead, will become stronger in the face of every challenge. Life is a continuous cycle of changes. The sensations of itchiness, hunger, tension in the body, and even the changing weather are all manifestations of impermanence. They are just moments in an ongoing flow. So, why do we let the changes in life mislead us? Instead of obstructing and fighting them, Stoicism teaches us how to live in harmony with those changes so that every step in life is filled with patience and peace. With Stoic philosophy, every difficulty is an opportunity for us to grow. When we accept that nothing is eternal, we will learn to face changes calmly, and that is the key to maintaining self-respect and dignity in life, not being disturbed by factors beyond our control. Next, we will explore another interesting concept in Stoic philosophy. Hardship is an opportunity for growth and development. Can we truly find opportunities in adversity? Let's continue our journey exploring the profound lessons from Stoicism. Number 2. Difficulties are opportunities for growth and development. Every challenge we face is an opportunity for growth. When we overcome obstacles, we become stronger and more knowledgeable. We learn valuable lessons about ourselves and the world around us. At the same time, we also develop new skills and abilities that can support us in other areas of life. Therefore, the next time you face a challenge, don't view it as a burden or something negative. See it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Challenges will sharpen you and bring about powerful changes in your life if you know how to leverage them. In Stoic philosophy, challenges are not seen as bad things but as opportunities for us to train and grow. Surely, life will never be free of difficulties. In fact, one of the core principles of Stoicism is accepting that we cannot control the events that happen to us, but we can control how we respond to and face them. A quote by Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, is a clear reflection of this view. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This quote from Marcus Aurelius expresses a strong and positive mindset towards challenges in life. Instead of viewing difficulties as burdens or barriers, he encourages us to turn them into opportunities. Each challenge, each difficulty, can become a stepping stone for us to grow, become more knowledgeable, and develop valuable skills. It is the obstacles that drive us forward, and they create the path to maturity that we cannot walk without going through these difficulties. When faced with adversity, we have two options: either give up and feel like a failure or stand firm and learn from what has happened. Seneca, another famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This quote emphasizes that just as our muscles need to be challenged through strenuous work to develop, our minds and spirits also need challenges to become more resilient. The difficulties in life are truly opportunities to build patience, resilience, and determination. Each time we face a challenge, we become stronger, and each such moment is a step forward toward growth and maturity. Thomas Edison is an exemplary figure of perseverance and determination. Throughout his process of inventing the electric light bulb, he faced thousands of failures, over 1,000 times. Each time he failed, instead of feeling discouraged or giving up, Edison saw it as a step closer to his goal. His famous quote, "I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," clearly shows his positive and persistent attitude when facing difficulties. Edison's failures were not simply setbacks but valuable lessons, things he needed to learn in order to eventually find the right method. Each time he failed, he analyzed the cause, adjusted, and tested again, refining his solutions. Therefore, he did not see failure as something negative but as an essential part of the process of creativity and invention. Finally, that perseverance helped Edison achieve great success with the invention of the electric light bulb. This is not only one of the most important inventions in history but also clear proof that every challenge, every difficulty, no matter how big, can become an opportunity to learn, grow, and progress. In reality, challenges do not only come from work or career, but they can also arise from challenges in relationships, family life, or within ourselves. We may find it difficult when facing changes, making important decisions, or encountering unforeseen situations. However, it is during these moments that Stoicism teaches us how to respond calmly and rationally. This philosophy encourages us not to rush into emotional reactions but to think and learn from each circumstance. We need to recognize that within every challenge lies an opportunity for us to develop in a more comprehensive way. Growth from challenges is not only about overcoming difficulties but also about self-control, self-understanding, and the ability to maintain inner peace. Stoicism not only helps us handle difficult situations but also helps us maintain calm and self-respect in stressful situations. Practicing Stoicism is learning to accept that there are things beyond our control and, instead, focusing on mastering our reactions. Growth comes from not allowing external factors to shake our minds or decisions. Once again, Marcus Aurelius's words serve as a powerful reminder: the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. What stands in our way is not an obstacle but the path itself. Every challenge will sharpen us, making us stronger, wiser, and more confident. And when we face difficulties, we not only learn many lessons but also develop new abilities that we never thought of before. Therefore, when facing the next challenge in life, remember that this is an opportunity for you to grow. Do not see it as something bad or an obstacle, but consider it a step forward toward becoming a better version of yourself. Challenges are not something we should fear but opportunities for us to rise, learn, and mature. Please share your thoughts on how you face difficulties in life and the lessons you have learned. How can you learn from challenges in your life?